get back. You ready? And it's natural. Pretend we haven't just set up the camera and pretended to record shit. You got this, Vicky. Boom. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I have done my first ever home delivery food shop. Never done it before because I've always liked going to the shops and browsing. However, I actually really deep it. It takes fucking ages going to the shops, having to go around the shops and get everything. Whilst we run a business at home, it takes so much time away from doing the other things that you need to do. So this is my first delivery from Ocado. And what we're gonna show you today, what we are currently eating during our off season so far to build and pack.
I'll do this for the thumbnail.
A shit ton of fucking muscle, baby. You got a bigger arm than me, that's embarrassing.
Standard.
So we're gonna show you all the protein, carbs and fats, the reasons why we eat this, maybe some meal ideas as well, and yeah, all that sort of good stuff. Anything you want to add?
No, I actually used to do this when I was a student.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, because I was so busy I could never go to the shop.
Interesting.
So I used to go to uni, come back to walk mango during my lunchtime, go back to uni, come back, revise, go train, and I was like, when do I actually go do a food shop? So I used to order.
Interesting. Even if you're a student watching this, get it delivered. It costs you probably what, 4 quid, 5 quid? I'm guessing to get it delivered.
No, I had it for free.
Free, okay.
You can have it for free. If it's over the weekend, it just you don't get to choose your time slot.
Okay, brilliant.
But
so, where do you want to start? We'll start off with
Should we take it all out, and then do carbs?
Yeah, we'll take it all out.
This is how much effort we're going into this. We're taking all of this out, only to put it away.
I know. Stack it up nicely in that.
Mango is so confused. She doesn't know what is going on. We should do like a dog video.
What, day in the life of Diesel and Mango?
They're day in the life. No, how to look after your dogs.
Okay. Not bad.
Thank you.
So we'll start off with the proteins, right? Big ones.
Yeah.
So main sources we're eating right now, 2 main sources, actually 3. There's a few things we haven't got. Eggs. So we've got our eggs here. We've got the Burtford brown eggs. In my opinion, the Burtford brown eggs are probably the goated in terms of eggs. So we've got the large eggs.
It's actually funny because when we first started dating, obviously I was a student, you were working, and you were buying Burtford brown eggs, and I was thinking, I would never ever spend money on this.
Really?
Yeah, I was literally thinking, I was like, why are you spending like close to £4 on 6 eggs? Yeah, it was that was 5 quid.
Is it? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it's fucking 5.
But that's 10. Okay, but 6 is like £3.50, and I was thinking, I was just going to Aldi to get my eggs. And to be honest with you, obviously it does the job. When you actually try these, there's no going back.
There's no going back, in my opinion. Burtford Brown's legit the best eggs on the planet. So in the mornings we have our eggs, and in the evenings we have our eggs at the moment. We quite like our eggs actually. So we'll have our omelette in the morning. We don't buy the carton of egg whites, we buy actual egg whites, and we do the little, you know, to kind of get the egg whites out of it. For 2 reasons. Number 1, it's cheaper. The cartons of egg whites,
100%.
they taste so different, which doesn't make sense to me. It's like, well, they're the same thing, but they taste completely different. Doesn't make sense. So I'd rather
I don't know if it is the same thing.
I don't know.
I think it's more processed, because I find my digestion with carton egg whites is so much worse than that.
Yeah, if you want to save money, then just get, it takes a little bit of time, but honestly, it's way more cheaper. And for me, it does generally taste better compared to the processed carton. And then of course, eggs wise, it doesn't matter what eggs you get. We like either the organic eggs or the Burtford Browns. Get whatever eggs you want at the end of the day and have that for your morning breakfast. You can have it throughout the day. People like eating eggs throughout the day, or before you go to bed. We have eggs before we go to bed on train day. Second thing that we have is our smoked salmon. People are like, oh, the texture's weird and stuff like that. Fucking beautiful.
Seen, who's it? AJ and Loz. Yeah. AJ and Loz actually put theirs on a pan, and I'm considering doing it, but the thing is I hate change. So I'm like, what if I put it on the pan and I don't like it?
I know, I'm not willing to risk it, especially with Marks and Spencer's bloody fucking salmon. I don't want to put that on the pan, it goes to shit, and I'm like, I've just wasted 5 quid down the drain.
But saying that, I'm getting to the point in my off season with, I'm getting like the food ick with everything. Like George was gonna put chicken in my meal plan, and I was like, I know I got the chicken ick. So I might have the salmon ick at some point.
Interesting. I'll never get bored of that shit. So salmon is our next protein source again, omega-3s, healthy fats, we talk about all that sort of shit. And for me, it's quite calorie dense. What's the calories in that per 100 grams?
That's not calorie dense.
I'd say it's calorie dense for what it is.
Half a pack, 90.
90 calories, you know? A full packet of that, bear in mind, full packet of that is 180 calories. that's easy to get down. I could just literally go.
Oh, in that sense, yeah. No, I get
easy.
you.
So for me, for the volume of what you get, in my opinion, smoked salmon is actually really, really good. I love having smoked salmon with our sourdough bread. What else do we normally have salmon fillets on a rest day, but usually we have the smoked salmon on like bread, a little bit of Philadelphia on there. You could do it with avocado, you can do it with one cow spray, things like that. Beautiful.
And if you can't eat, or if you don't like eating salmon, or you're vegan, do supplement with omega-3s.
Yes.
I think that's really important to actually understand, because you won't get it from your diet and it's needed.
100%. And then outside of that, we do have our beef mince. So we usually get our beef mince from, talking to the fucking fridge then. We usually get our beef mince from Lidl. They sell like this grass-fed one here, which is really, really good. Now, in my opinion, Vicky doesn't notice the quality. I notice the quality difference, to be honest with you. So yeah, I do, 100%.
The only time I noticed it was when we got it from the butchers. But then I also think that was more than 5%.
The only issue with this, it comes in this fucking shit packaging, which makes a little of that.
Sainsbury's actually changed theirs a while ago. Do you remember that? We started having like doing all the packaging. The thing is to help reduce plastic, but it just makes
space
it really
and plastic,
clumpy.
isn't it? Like this stuff here, this stuff, the packaging on this sound not a problem at all.
That's like bolognese mince.
And it cooks so easily.
This is like
cooks
patty
fucking
mince.
unevenly. It's so bloody
Still
annoying.
nice.
Outside of that, and the last protein source that we have is whey protein. We have that once or twice a day, twice on a rest day, once on a train day. Protein, supplement needs protein fusion. We use this in like oats. We use this with cream of rice as well. Again, very convenient and very easy.
We actually changed up our post-workout recently because we were having whey protein pre and post.
Yeah, I was having 100 and something grams of protein a day, which just gets to the point where you get way too gassy.
farting at the moment, it stinks.
It stinks. Carb sources. On Ocado, they sell a 3 kilo box. I've never seen a 3 kilo box of oats in my life. We actually go through 165 grams of oats a day.
Did you calculate? Oh.
Yeah, I did. So
I thought you were going to calculate.
I should have said this at the
weekly.
beginning. I've calculated everything weekly. So how much protein we go for a week, how much blueberries and raspberries we go for a week, how many eggs we go for a week. And that's the reason why I bought so many things, because I don't want to then get halfway through the week and find out that I need to go to the fucking shops because I've miscalculated. So everything you see here is all being calculated based upon what we are doing throughout the week.
No food wasted.
No food.
And this is what I
Exactly.
used to think, that like, oh, if you meal prep and you buy loads of food, like you're going to waste the food. But actually, like as a bodybuilder, eating a meal plan, you just never waste the food. When I used to live with my parents, like things would just go off because you think you wanted it, you bought it in the shop, and then it would just sit in the fridge, and then it would like go off and you had to throw it away. Whereas this, like, we are guaranteed to eat this.
Exactly. So it's all calculated and I ain't fucking wasting my money. Yes, it's going to cost me a little bit more, but it saves me time.
Do you
going
think
to
it's
the
going
fucking
to cost
shops.
you a little bit more?
I don't think so, actually. In the grand scheme of things, it looks like it.
Every single thing, you can opt for a cheaper option.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I could get all of this for so much cheaper. Like rice cakes you can get in Aldi. Everything that's here you can get from Aldi.
Yeah.
Except for maybe sourdough rolls.
Yeah.
This you can get a tub of peanut butter, not almond butter, but a tub of peanut butter from Aldi for like, I think it was like £3.50, and it was like 1 kilo. I'd say that was like probably 2 years ago, but you could.
Yeah, exactly. So all of this you could go to Lidl and Aldi and get far cheaper as well.
Sauerkraut, go to the Polish shop. Polish shops have got like a big jar of sauerkraut. So if you're a person that likes to have their pickled stuff, even like gherkins and fresh pickled gherkins, so much cheaper in the Polish shop.
We'll actually dive into that now. So we've got a few little nice additions here that we like to add on to our dishes. We've got some sauerkraut.
Rate it actually. We haven't had that one yet.
This is a pineapple and turmeric one, which it smells like Indian curry. So smelling this at 9:20 in the morning is actually smells really, really good.
Yeah, it does smell like curry.
Diesel! Shut the fuck up! Shouting that at 9:20 in the morning. God knows what the neighbours think. So yeah, a few little bits that we do get is like sauerkraut. Got some kimchi in the fridge as well. We've got some
fresh pickles.
And we've got some fresh red onion. What you got in your hand as well? It's spilling everywhere, is it?
Juice.
So the reason why I like to implement some of these, especially like our fermented stuff, is there are tons of benefits when it comes to fermented kimchi or sauerkraut that are great for digestion, great for what's it called? What they call it when you have gut microbiome, that's it. In my opinion, these little things are going to be great, especially if you're in your off-season bulking, you're eating a lot of food. Like for me, my food is around 4,000 calories. The limiting factor for me to continue eating that is going to be my digestion. A lot of the times, you're not designed to eat 4,000 calories as a fucking human being. You should not be eating that amount, but I do. And what that basically means is that I'm going to put fucking so much more stress on my body. I need to look after it more. So I take my supplements, my probiotics, my digestive stats and supplements, but I do implement little things like this, which since I've been using them, I found my bowel movements, my digestion in general being better. Would you agree?
Yes.
You don't agree?
And also, I do agree.
Do you agree?
No, actually, no. Recently, I don't agree. I'm sorry.
We won't go too much into it because people might be eating their food whilst watching this.
Yeah, if you are eating food, skip past this. But honestly, George does this thing where we're sat anywhere and he'll be ready to go. Like, say for example, leave the car to go to the gym if we're going to the gym together, which is probably every single time. Or like we're sat on the sofa and then he'll just let out a fart and it'll like take probably like 20 seconds for it to actually release the smell.
It's like a mist.
It's like a mist, and then you'll just leave, and I'm just sat there with it. It's absolutely awful. So, fun fact with gut microbiome, if you don't know, it actually has a huge effect on your hormones, specifically estrogen. So your gut clears your estrogen. If you have a certain bacteria that produces this specific enzyme, I won't go into too much science because I don't want to bore you, but if you have that bacteria present in too high quantities because you've got a high fat, high protein diet, or you eat very large amount of refined carbs, that can actually cause you to absorb more estrogen. You can become more estrogen dominant, and this is where issues can arise in terms of your progress.
Beautiful. Very sciencey, I rate it. It's true.
Send you the invoice.
The big box of oats, this is going to last us for a decent chunk, to be honest with you, because we go through, like I said, a lot of oats on a daily basis. Other carb sources that we use at the moment is we get rice from Amazon. Vicky doesn't realise she has it ordered each month, so we get a random knock at the door from Amazon. I'm like, I haven't ordered anything.
What did you order? I didn't order anything.
And then we've got this fucking big bag of like.
It was when the 20 kilo bag came, and then the 10 kilo bag came, and because sometimes on Amazon what you can do is you can get subscriptions, and it will take like 10% off.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't need to like commit to the subscription. So I'm like, oh, I'll get the subscription, and I'll stop it. It'll be a little bit cheaper, and then I just never stop it, and then suddenly I have like 3 different subscriptions come at the same time.
But honestly, get your rice from Amazon. It's going to be far cheaper, and you can buy bigger boxes. It's going to last you for a longer period of time.
And you can get it on subscription, so if you forget, it'll just come to your door.
Yeah, so you ain't got to.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
One real thing that we've been liking at the moment is the Jason's sourdough tiger bread roll. These are really good, and per roll is 0.5 grams of fat, 40 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein, fiber 2.1. So actually really, really good. We've actually replaced these instead of having like the New York bagels, because I found I'd have bagels before I go to bed, but I'd wake up and I just felt a bit off. Digestion wasn't great. You know when you wake up and you don't feel great. So I've got ourselves 5 packets of these. We have these on a train day, so 5 packets of these for the week. So that sorted us out, and
we better start eating up because the date on there is the 9th of.
Yeah, best before though. It'll be fine. Best before. Or we can freeze them.
That's true.
You can freeze them, and then obviously you can take them out. So conveniently with these, you can just freeze them, take them out when you need it. Boom, you're good to go. Another little thing that we've got at the moment is our rice cakes. So very convenient. We put honey on our rice cakes at the moment. For me, I'm always going to go for the chocolate ones. I love the chocolate ones. Vicky is a fan of the caramel ones. So in the comments, let us know which one you're going to go for. This one or this one. I'm definitely going to go for this one every single time. A little bit of honey on top. Again, if you're bulking, honey, wild raw honey, which again we get from Amazon. Easy, convenient, and they're quick. If you're on the go, you can obviously eat them as well without any problems. Our basic needs for raspberries and blueberries, I've just used the opposite way. Raspberries, blueberries.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why I did that. Again, you can just shove them in the freezer. They're not going to go off compared to like the fresh blueberries. And I actually prefer frozen raspberries and frozen blueberries over fresh raspberries and fresh blueberries, funny enough. So
why?
I don't know. I prefer the texture. Like when I eat into a fresh blueberry, I don't like the texture of it.
I just find sometimes like fresh fruit goes off, especially I found this in the UK. Like when I used to live in Poland, just have like fresh fruit because it's always just seasonal, so you won't get fruits like just like randomly throughout the year that aren't meant to be grown in that season.
Yeah.
I used to go to the UK, like Tesco, and buy them, and they used to just be like, didn't taste of anything whatsoever. It's like when you go to a European country in the summer and you have some fruits. It tastes so much
fruits
better.
abroad always taste way better than the UK, and then you start to sort of deliberate like, why does it taste like that? Like, why does it taste so differently to abroad? But because it's just processed shit at the end of the day. But whatever, we'll run with that. Our next on the list in terms of fats that we use at the moment is our dark chocolate. So we use 85% dark chocolate. We have that in our meal number 2, which is with beef mince and rice. So we have that as a little treat. Yeah, not on top. A little treat on the side afterwards, like a little dessert. Big tub of almond butter, like Vicky said earlier. You can go to supermarket, get peanut butter, big tub of this. It'll be cheaper. Or you get this from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon. This is going to be way cheaper than what it is. I don't think they can sell these in the supermarket because let's be honest, no one's going to buy it. They don't sell the almond butter.
They do in Sainsbury's. They do a Sainsbury's own.
Oh, do they?
In Sainsbury's, we used to get it.
Yeah, but Pip and Nut, in my opinion, is the best brand when it comes to...
And I get the coconut almond, which is so nice if you like coconut. And then obviously eggs as well as a source of fat, yolks.
Egg yolks. And then last but not least, we've got a few other bits. Oh yeah, veg. A few other bits that we do use. Again, these are actually great for just calories.
Just taste.
just taste. Yeah, essentially everything that you see here is based upon taste. And also with these, like these are great for their calories, but it doesn't add any volume to what you are eating. So my food is at 4,000. I don't mind eating a little bit more, but when it gets to like 4.6 that I've had in the past, I've had to eat a shit ton of food, and you get to a point where you fucking hate food. This is a spread, so ideally it's not gonna add any volume. It's gonna make the bagels or whatever. We actually put it on our Jason sourdough bread. Makes it taste so much better. It's easier to get down you as well. And again, the calories, when we think about it, per 30 grams is 43 calories. I mean, it's pretty easy. We have 50 grams of this. It's not much, but it does add up over time.
Obviously, this is not the best source in terms of like gut microbiome, because I appreciate sometimes we'll talk about like, oh, get this sauerkraut and get this and get sourdough over this, because gut microbiome. At the end of the day, I think this is where the 80-20 comes in. Yeah. Like if you're gonna sustain an off season for a long period of time, just make it somewhat enjoyable. I'm not saying all the time like eat pizza and burger and etc, etc. If you've got little tiny things like this that maybe aren't the most gut friendly, then unless it's causing you aggro straight away, like if you had this and straight away you were like proper showing lactose intolerant symptoms, which at the moment you are, then don't get it. But apart from that, it's just a matter of get some food in that you like. The majority of the time, stick to foods like this. Voila.
I think sometimes at the end of the day, you've got to do what you got to do as well. Like when you get to high points of food in your off season, like there's some bodybuilders out there that eat 5,500, 600,000.
I don't agree with it.
I think sometimes you've got to do what you got to do.
No, I don't agree with it.
I do.
I think you've got to do what you've got to do, but to some extent. Like some people are like, oh, I've got to do what I've got to do, and then they just shove like, chicken and rice in all the time for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and then they realise like why they get really shitty cravings, and then they go off plan.
Try having your food at 4,000 plus calories.
I could.
You'd understand why, Vic. You'd understand why. Moving on to the vegetables. So even in our off season, we are big advocates of our veggies each day. The only thing we're missing from here that we don't need is our broccoli and our cauliflower, which we've already got. But our main sources that we use at the moment are mushrooms. Actually, there's bell pepper as well, is what I forgot. So we've got bell pepper in our diet, kale, spinach, and we've got some Boston beans. I mean, look how big these packets are. The 400 gram.
Beans.
In my opinion, if you're getting green beans, you must get them from Kenya. Green beans from Kenya or Morocco are the best green beans. Absolute facts. You don't understand. Honestly, people who watch this who know about the veg, Kenya, shout out Morocco.
And what about mushrooms? You should know this one.
Poland.
Yes.
Make sure you get your.
Oh, this is from Ireland.
It's from Ireland. Brilliant.
Where's this from?
Shout out the Irish or shout out the Polish. And that concludes. Whoa, stay there. And that concludes our food shop for the week. I really hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, you happy with food shop? You've got some treats as well. Don't worry, we haven't got about you. Yes. We haven't forgotten about you, have we, Mengi? Yes.
Good kiss.
Right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Bandos on the beat.